Why would people watch TGL when ratings are down for real golf?
That is a fascinating question. Now, we also had recently a showdown between Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Bryson DeChambeau, and Brooks Koepka. And that had about 264,000 people watching. It was not a great showing when it comes to television ratings. So what are the expectations for ratings like this? Because quite frankly, I expect some people to watch tonight because it's new, it's unique, it's a really cool venue, it's something we've never seen before. I think that will draw some attention. People are going to want to see what that is. ESPN has been really promoting this pretty heavily, even during football games. But when we get past the intrigue of this stadium, what is going to draw people in to watch? And when you look at kind of entertainment style golf, silly season golf, if you will, it just doesn't really do very well. There's a lot of talk about getting to know the players, letting their personalities out. The players are going to be mic'd up. Well, my concern is that these aren't really new ideas. We've had 10 renditions of the match, and it hasn't really worked. It hasn't really stuck. So now we're going to have a league with franchises and do this every Monday night. And the big question that I would ask is, would the match do better at a different venue? Because, well, again, tonight, this is going to be new and exciting and something we've never seen before. But ultimately, it's just a venue. And when you change the venue, is that a big enough change to get people to watch? I have real concerns over that.
So I assume, and Greg's absolutely right. The promotion has been insane. I have seen this everywhere. It's been on the ESPN bottom line. I don't know what the marketing budget was, but it was extensive. Patrick, I imagine there are probably a couple of things that would answer Paul's question of why people would watch this if they're not watching real golf. I think number one, I think the audiences are different. I think my dad's going to hate it. I think I will like it. My dad watches all the PGA Tour events. And also to Greg's other concern, and Greg has brought up a ton of great concerns that I agree with. There should be nearly zero downtime tonight. It should be shot after shot after shot until it is over.
I think speed is one thing they're going to rely heavily on. That's been part of the marketing push too, Rick. I mean, every time I open Instagram, the first ad I get is Wyndham Clark in the TGL screen. So I think the format is probably what could differentiate it from the matches that Greg was talking about. I would say you do get to separate those quote unquote golf fans, the older and the youngers, just with the time. I mean, 9 p.m. My dad's not staying up to watch golf tonight. that is definitely for sure. And so the younger audience, you get that there. And I do want to go back kind of to a point that Mark made in one of our preview shows, I think, about something that I don't think a lot of people are talking about is if the TGL is successful, who knows? We'll find out in a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it may be. There's a chance this cannibalizes the viewership for the PGA Tour also. So if you think viewership's down now, just think about the average golf fan who can watch Tuesday night Xander Schauffele go against Ludwig Oberg and Ricky Fowler and all those players. Or are you going to watch Sunday afternoon with Russell Henley versus Corey Connors?
Or Mark, you know this better than anybody. Patrick is right on here. Tuesday night, a January 7th with zero else really in the sporting world going on. Or all of these Sundays with, let's see, we've got NFL playoffs, we've got college football playoffs coming up. We like the time slot in people don't watch 2, 3, 4 things at once. So you've got to be at a time that will garner people's attention first and foremost.
What do you say? I'm qualified to comment on this because I'm married with children and old.
No, because you're like in the broadcast world.
Well, look at the point. Yes. And the point to me is the fact that, we kind of budget time. And this was to Patrick's point. And if I've watched, football on the weekend and then some golf on the weekend, and it comes to Monday and Tuesday night, there's still, Monday night football. Well, that's going away soon. And then you're watching golf on Tuesday night. I'm not so sure you're going to be the most popular individual in your household if that sort of behavior continues. So I'm really keen to see how this whole thing pans out. I have been looking through the website for the first time since it came out, and I said I'd be up for Atlanta Drive Golf Club, given I live in Georgia. But I think I'm going to support the Boston Commons. Yeah,
Oh, come on, Mark.
well, this is because South Africa, our team colors, our national team is green and gold. So I see all the green over there, and there are a few golfers and Scotty and Hideki and Keegan and Rory that I like. So, yeah,
The whole team. You like the whole team?
Yeah, they say Boston is known for many things, among them sports and winning. So that's the interest. So,
Yeah, it sounds like somebody who, is a Falcons fan or born in Atlanta or lives in Atlanta, but decides to pick the Patriots as their team of choice. That's malarkey, Mark.
Remember, there's 28-3. I mean, that's still burning everyone down. Yeah, huh? Atlanta Drive. Welcome to ATL. Welcome to Atlanta Drive Golf Club. Featuring an inspiring brand, a dynamic logo that reflects Georgia's rich golf history and the iconic city's influence. Nah. I'm up for winning and betting.
Oh, I think I didn't notice the A in Atlantic Drive. It's kind of a little driver head.
Not Atlantic, it's Atlanta, man.
Atlanta,
You get these names right.
Yeah, that's on me. Here's a question for you, Mark, from the broadcasting side of it. There's a lot of moving pieces. There's probably going to be hiccups the first few times with the TGL broadcast, but you have an arena like MC, you have two guys in the booth, you have Marty Smith, who's an on-course reporter. I think the one thing we've learned from the match is I'm not sure if that position is really necessary. You have all the celebrities and the owners who are going to get interviewed during this too. Do you think there's a chance there's too many cooks in the kitchen for how fast-paced this is supposed to be?
Oh, no doubt. Way too many voices. Way too many voices. I'm just looking at that logo, Atlanta Drive. If you've ever paid attention to the Falcon's F, or the Falcon is the shape of an F. So I see this is the same thing. It's kind of the spin on the A of Atlanta. Yeah, you just know you're not going to unsee that now, Patrick, when you look at it.
The other side of it, I don't know if you can tell, but inside the A is a green and a pin flag. See that side of it.
You know what? I might be changing my allegiance back to Atlanta after all of this. Marketing genius.
Yeah.
No, look, yes, the thing. There definitely will be too many voices with all that stuff going on because it's just a bunch of alpha personalities too. It's not like you got some sort of softly spoken British announcer guy, between Van Pelt and everyone else and Marty Smith. They got a lot to say. And then if you're wanting the banter from the players, which is why the viewer tunes in, they don't need golf announcers. We're hitting into a screen for Pete's sake. I'm keen to see how the whole thing pans out, and I'll watch for a little while tonight.
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN. We'll wait to see Tiger. We'll wait to see Rory McIlroy. They will come in later weeks.